Assignment is... Oh, wait, hang on. Assignment is complete.
Does Marvel intentionally construct the Thunderbolts for failure? The Thunderbolts exist as an extremely dysfunctional group whose emotional disorder makes past team projects seem flawless. Marvel intentionally assembled this group of damaged villains, yet labeled them as Thunderbolts. The creators intentionally assembled these characters to have a predefined pattern of failure, on purpose. The Thunderbolts walked into existence as a world-breaking operation instead of a world-saving force. Both the creators and watchers of the MCU were designed to understand that these broken heroes served a purpose to tear down the present and build a new dimension. Let's look at the lineup. Bucky Barnes continues his lifelong struggle to escape both his 87-year combat experience and the flashbacks from that time. The sarcasm and emotional trauma of Yelena Belova cause her to hold tight to any remaining family connections she has. Red Guardian tries to prove his continued importance to others and himself alike. Ghost demonstrates his ability to pass through solid objects along with social situations. Taskmaster exhibits the ability to reproduce fighting methods from others, yet remains unclear about establishing his distinctive identity. US Agent serves as the equivalent of Captain America, yet he shares similarities with the conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. The unstable Sentry serves as the final extraordinary character in this team, as his powerful abilities split his personality between a celestial being and a destructive end of existence. Multiple unstable characters coming together would lead to what result? Not a team, a time bomb. And the best part? That's exactly the point. Marvel's purpose is to present an alternate Avengers experience from their typical happy endings. The Marvel writers insert elements that will ultimately cause a magnificent fall of their fictional world. The approaching combination will trigger a chain reaction that spans through all of Phase 6. And you know what? It's genius. Let's be real, the Marvel production team avoids trying to create another Avengers movie for this project. This franchise constructs its storytelling structure with the sixth phase as its central point. Because failure? It's cinematic gold. After the Infinity War, we all experienced such intense emotions of distress. Marvel aims for another classic failure similar to Infinity War, but they want it to appear darker, with more emotional distress. The Thunderbolts have already experienced failures a couple of times, despite their attempts to portray heroism. The comic version of the team emerged as villainous imposters who faced reality as fraudulent superheroes through their catfishing approach with combined superpowers. From the start, the groups have attempted positive growth, yet these efforts led to treason followed by betrayal with a flying wall impact. This team is basically cursed. Putting your emotionally unavailable former partners in the same messaging platform where you ask them to rescue the world would be equivalent to this situation. The real stroke of genius by Marvel comes from its intention for the Thunderbolts to fail. Failure among superheroes creates fascinating scenarios in the world. The world panics, governments freak out, the appearance of evil science laboratories happens as frequently as the infestation of cockroaches in low rental properties. The Weapon Plus programs begin restarting operations after technical shutdowns. The Dark Avengers receive the stage invitation. Suddenly, mutants have an entrance, and the X-Men can roll in like, "Hi, we're here to save your genetically enhanced but emotionally unstable butts." The members separately hold more issues than entire teams. A wrong sneeze by Sentry could create an open hole into reality, which would technically remove Ohio from existence. Will Bucky's attempt to stop him end with his death? Cue fanbase meltdown. The functionality of the team will suffer if Yelena experiences delusionment and quits the team. The team falls apart in the same manner as an unsteady makeshift tent. Due to his peculiar personality, Ghost likely heads off to spend time among introverts who have detached emotionally from everything. Valentina Allegra de Fontaine manipulates events from a distance as she watches her political figures advance while she sits and laughs like a Littlefinger remake for Marvel's world. Many cite the similarities between Thunderbolts and the DC Comics property Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad provides humorous outcomes when it encounters failure instead of catastrophic consequences. The explosive failure of the Boomerang guy results in a mildly amusing situation. When do the Thunderbolts fail? Entire franchises start collapsing. One unsuccessful task proves insufficient to describe the superpowered situation that places all of reality at risk. A wrong pull on the blockchain results in an interdimensional disaster. Hence, this narrative lacks redemption features. It's about consequences. The Marvel team wants audiences to consider the situation of entrusting national security task responsibilities to minimally trained, traumatized characters without any team-building interventions. Total disaster exists as one of the most lovely expressions known to humanity. Such catastrophic failure from this event will reverberate through Secret Wars while spawning new villains and exciting fan theories, which will extend into social media breakdown for at least 3 days. Everyone needs to see this happen because most of us sincerely desire an entertaining mess. All of us have grown weary of watching everyone triumph without end. Give us the mess! Give us the chaos! We ask for a team incapable of functioning, which is worse than how Loki handles human resources activities. The Thunderbolts mission is set to fail according to every prediction. Spectacularly. Together, with the disaster stands the design itself. The Thunderbolts were created to break at some point in order to allow the MCU narrative to grow stronger, as if a mythical fire phoenix from space had resurrected its story. What do you think? The team seems to face inevitable failure since the beginning of its formation. Marvel intends a sophisticated gaming plan, or we watch their stylish superhero team collapse. Leave your thoughts in the comments section while liking this video, like a US agent executes international treaties and joins Real Dash for additional movie analysis. The MCU uses every catastrophic event as a setup to launch the next groundbreaking story in its franchise. See you after the collapse! And hey, if there's one thing Marvel has taught us over the years, it's that rock bottom isn't the end. It's just the launch pad for the next insane twist. The Thunderbolts might crash harder than a Stark Tech prototype in beta, but out of that wreckage comes opportunity, new alliances, shocking betrayals, multiversal chaos, and probably like 5 more Disney Plus shows. So grab your popcorn, brace for impact, and enjoy the glorious downfall, because in the Marvel universe, even a total disaster comes with a post-credit scene.